To quarantine or not, debate is growing tonight on whether American medical workers trying to stop the Ebola outbreak in West Africa should be isolated when they return home to prevent more cases here. Don Champion reports.
Kaci Hickox now has a civil rights attorney trying to get her out of quarantine at a Newark, New Jersey hospital. The nurse sent these pictures of where she's been in isolation since Friday when she returned to the U.S. after working with Ebola patients in Sierra Leone.
When you put everyone in the same basket, that's the thing that we're concerned about.
Her situation is sparking debate. Hickox isn't sick and even tested negative for Ebola. In the Dallas Morning News this weekend, she called her quarantine disorganized, writing, "This is not a situation I would wish on anyone, and I'm scared for those who will follow me."
The best way to protect Americans is to stop the epidemic in Africa, and we need those healthcare workers to do that.
Hickox is the first healthcare worker quarantined since Dr. Craig Spencer came down with Ebola after returning home from Guinea, where he worked with patients. He's being treated here at New York City's Bellevue Hospital. Right now, New York, New Jersey, and Illinois only require mandatory quarantine for medical workers like Spencer and Hickox. The Centers for Disease Control requires workers to self-monitor, which New Jersey's governor says isn't enough.
I don't believe when you're dealing with something as serious as this that we can count on a voluntary system. This is government's job.
The Obama administration is working on new guidelines for returning healthcare workers, guidelines it'll want the 3 states to follow. Don Champion for CBS News, New York.
The federal guidelines are expected in the coming days. The New Jersey hospital where Hickox is being quarantined says the nurse is being cared for in a climate-controlled area inside a building at the hospital. The number of Ebola infections in West Africa is now at more than 10,000 cases.